There is a certain tribe known around the globe as the indigenous people. They are the custodians of the diverse cultural and biological landscape man has ever known. Yet, they face marginalization, extreme poverty and human rights violation. And so, on a day set aside globally to celebrate this group of people, efforts are on to protect and preserve their rights and culture. Charles Alpha reports.
Now, a day like this reminds people of their roots and cultural heritage, but beyond it is the need to cherish and promote it for generations yet unborn. For instance, the attire I'm wearing is of the Kwararafa indigenous people, depicting the rich cultural heritage over centuries. Aside these beautiful attires, other interesting attributes of the indigenous people is that they safeguard 80% of the biodiversity due to their control of land and forests. Unique dance steps, cuisines, morals, and values. All these need to be preserved for posterity.
Except for a day like this, that people will begin to now go back to their history. Certainly, sooner than later, you discover that the people may even forget where they come from.
Indigenous people must be respected because they own the land and it is their land. And we must be able to respect them. We can't come from different places and come and displace the people who are indigenous to the community. And this again brings about the question of tolerance.
For the over 371 indigenous tribes in Nigeria, the cultural diversity speaks volume. For the indigenous peoples of the FCT, blessed with 9 tribes, they are using the annual observance to call for more recognition, taking cognizance of this year's theme, protecting the rights of indigenous peoples in voluntary isolation. While Nigeria celebrates Indigenous Peoples Day, stakeholders are saying that there is need for the country to leverage its cultural diversity to promote peace and unity of the nation. In Abuja, Tessie Omeri, NTA News.
We apologize for the mix-up in the introduction of the report. As you saw, Tessie Omeri packaged it and not Charles Alpha. Still on culture-related activities, Osogbo, the Osun State capital, hosts thousands of Osun goddess devotees and tourists from across the world as they gather for the grand finale of the popular Osun Osogbo Festival. Correspondent Muyiwa Omowumi covered the event and his report is here presented.
The entry of the votary maiden, a symbol of purity and hope, into Osun Osogbo Grove signaled the climax of this year's Osun Osogbo Festival. Osun State Governor Senator Adebola Adeleke, represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Honorable Teslim Igbalaye, reiterated the commitment of government to supporting cultural initiatives that promote the state on a global stage. Dignitaries see the festival as a period to honor the Osun goddess of fertility and also for believers to ask for her blessings.
Osun is a mother of all. She contributes to the foundation of the city of Osogbo. She prevents invaders.
What we do with Osun Osogbo is a settlement of covenant. It's an agreement between the leaders of Osogbo, who are Obas, and the city.
This festival is very, very beautiful, amazing festival.
My DNA, I looked back to my ancestors praying and it led me here. And there are a lot of people in the States that celebrate Osun.
The festival, which spanned 2 weeks, had activities of rituals, processions, and cultural performances.
Culture is beautiful. We now take another set of messages. Do stay tuned. The Olympics is gradually coming to a close and we join Bade Adeleye for sports updates.
All right, many thanks and welcome to Sports Update. All right, let's begin with the Olympics as worries continue to rise about Nigeria's prospect for podium finishes at the ongoing games after poster girl Tobi Amuson fell short in her bid to reach the final of the women's 100 meters hurdles. The world record holder clocked 12.55 seconds in the semi-final to finish third and miss out on automatic qualification for the final showdown. Hopes were raised when France was disqualified for lane infringement, but that was dashed as appeal was not filed in the allotted time for a possible replacement. Team Nigeria is destined to equal the now infamous record of not winning any medal after same was recorded at the 2012 London Games. Back home, ahead of the 2024-2025 season of the Nigeria Premier Football League on August 31st and CAF Confederation Cup, Enyimba International of Aba take on FC Cologne of Sierra Leone in an international friendly on Saturday in Aba at 3 in the afternoon. Enyimba Sporting Director and ex-football international Ifeanyi Ekweme said that the CAF International friendly between the two West African club sides will not only aid preparation for the new season, but foster already existing bilateral ties between Nigeria and Sierra Leone. The match will also have former Super Eagles captain and chairman of Enyimba, Nwankwo Kanu, join Mohamed Kalon, who owns the visiting alongside Uche Okechukwu in attendance after Enyimba unveiled new players and kits earlier on Friday. All right, let's let you know that President Bola Tinubu has extended his condolences to the family of former president of African football, Issa Hayatou, who passed away at the age of 77. Mr. Hayatou was also a one-time acting president of FIFA, the world's football governing body. President Tinubu commiserates with the Cameroonian Football Federation, the people of Cameroon, and the African football community. The president describes the passing of the legendary football administrator as a huge loss, underlining his contributions to the development of sport in Africa and beyond. The president prays for the repose of the soul of the departed and strength to his family to bear his loss. Issa Hayatou was CAF president from 1988 to 2017. And of course, that's our beat on sports. The news continues.
Thank you, Bade, and that's Network News for tonight. We appreciate your being a part of it. Do have a good weekend.